A shark will grow through more than 30,000 teeth in its lifetime. You got one shot. Once your adult teeth came in, that was it. No backups, no replacements, no second chances. Lose one in a bike accident at age 9 and you'll be looking at a gap, or a dentist's bill, for the rest of your life. So why did evolution give sharks an endless supply of teeth and leave humans with exactly one set? Open a shark's mouth and you won't just see teeth. You'll see rows of them, stacked behind each other like a conveyor belt. The front row does the biting. But right behind it, more teeth are already forming, sitting in a queue, waiting their turn. When a shark loses a tooth, snapped off on a turtle shell, yanked out fighting another shark, the next row simply rotates forward and slots into place. Some species cycle through a new set every 1 to 2 weeks. It's less like having teeth and more like renting them, with an unlimited subscription. A shark never has a bad tooth day. There's always a fresh one on deck. Humans, on the other hand, get 2 rounds total, baby teeth, then adult teeth, and after that, the factory closes. But here's the strange part. That shutdown wasn't always permanent. Deep in your DNA, there's a set of genes responsible for building teeth, and sharks have kept theirs running on a loop, permanently switched on. Every time a tooth is lost, those genes fire up a fresh one from a reserve of stem cells tucked along the jaw, ready to go. It's basically a built-in factory that never clocks out. Humans have the same genetic toolkit. We just don't use it the same way. Somewhere in our evolutionary past, the keep building teeth forever switch got dialed way down, active just long enough to make 2 sets, then it powers off for good. Scientists think this might be tied to how mammals evolved more complex, specialized teeth, the kind built for grinding and chewing a varied diet, not just gripping and tearing like a shark's simple cone-shaped teeth. Specialized teeth take more effort to build, so maybe evolution decided 2 well-made sets were worth more than an endless supply of simple ones. It's a trade-off nobody asked us about. And we are all living with the results every time we chip a tooth on ice. Here's the twist. Those off genes are still sitting right there in your body, fully intact. They're not gone, they're just dormant, like a light switch nobody's flipped in decades. And researchers have actually managed to flip it, at least in mice. In multiple studies, scientists reactivated the dormant tooth regrowth pathway in mouse jaws and got something remarkable. Extra teeth grew in, seemingly out of nowhere, in animals that were never supposed to grow more. The genetic instructions weren't broken. They were just sleeping. That single detail rewired how a lot of dental researchers think about tooth loss, not as something permanent by nature, but as a switch that's currently in the off position. Which raises an obvious question. If a mouse can be coaxed into growing new teeth, how far off could humans really be? Sharks aren't alone in this trick. Some lizards and other reptiles also keep regenerating teeth throughout their lives, cycling through replacements the same way sharks do. It turns out continuous tooth regrowth isn't some rare shark superpower. It may actually be closer to the ancestral default for a lot of animals, and humans are the unusual ones for stopping. That's part of why this research has real momentum. If regrowing teeth is a widespread, ancient trick already written into so many genomes, then reactivating it in humans might not be about inventing something new, but about waking up something old. Some early trials using antibody treatments have already shown promise in stimulating tooth regrowth in animals missing teeth from birth. It's still early, and nowhere near a dentist's office yet, but the direction is clear. The idea of a human simply growing a replacement tooth is no longer pure science fiction. So the next time you chip a tooth or lose one for good, remember, sharks aren't tougher than you. They just never turned off the machinery you were both born with. Your body made a trade millions of years ago, betting on quality over quantity. Whether science ever flips that switch back on for humans remains to be seen. And if you want to know why humans lost the ability to regrow limbs while some animals never did, that one is even stranger.